So the last video I made when I was really angry, and kind of just in general, you know. But it kind of got me thinking, you know, after I was like really angry and just kind of like thought it was very cathartic to just kind of like, you know, produce a video like that and just kind of be real and authentic. But then I realized that the more I thought about it, like I never have made a video where I just kind of explain why I make videos, like in general. Like why do I even like produce YouTube content? You know, especially when it's not even very profitable for me to do so. Just like kind of like in general, you know, because mostly my opinions aren't very popular anyway. My channel doesn't really gain a lot of growth when I, you know, upload these unpopular opinion-esque videos. I'm not really conservative enough to be conservative and liberal enough to be liberal. So like, I mean, politically, I'm just not enough of anything. I'm like a political mercenary. I just go with what I think makes more sense. You know what I mean? I fight for that side. So like, why do I do this, man? Like, why do I even, you know, produce this stuff? So that's what this video is going to be about, man. This video is going to be me explaining, after all these years of producing regular content on YouTube, why do I do it? So I'll first start off by saying, you know, originally my channel was just intended to be like just a comedy channel. Originally I just enjoyed making people laugh, and that was just what I was going to do at first, was just like post skits, make like funny content, you know, just, you know, stuff like that, you know. But as life went on, as I dealt with young ladies, as I dealt with bullies, as I kind of dealt with dealing with my own emotions, there were lots of things I had to learn over time. And there were things I realized that other people probably were dealing with as well. And so what I wanted to become, more than anything else, was a beacon of hope that you can become better, and to help pay forward and give back all of the knowledge and love that I had received in my life. And so I thought, there's no reason why I can't be hilarious and be funny, or, you know, or I can't make people laugh and think critically at the same time. There's no reason why I can't do both. And so that's really where my channel, like where it came from in my channel, what I wanted to do, you know, and why I do this, because I think what's more important than anything else, at least in my personal opinion, especially after I became a substitute teacher, I think the thing, it really kind of reinforced why I do what I do. Because the more I talk to these students and deal with these students that are like opening up to me, the more I see just how broken and hurt they are, and just how there's just a surprising lack of people who can tell them that they can be better and aspire to be more and help them out. There's a surprising lack of people that just help them and give them the knowledge and wisdom they need to succeed, like in life. And I don't really just mean like in school, because there's obviously resources for that, but I mean like in life, and like dealing with your emotions, and like dealing with your relationships, and how to even have relationships, and what is even the point of a relationship, and how men and women should treat each other and deal with each other. There's just a surprising lack of people really trying to teach them and like help them learn and grow and like be good boyfriends and be good husbands and be good, you know, mothers and be good wives to their husbands. There's no course, there's no parents to teach them. Man, the amount of times like I've talked to a young man or a young lady who just does not have a father in their life, I think it's just way too many, and it's very common. And I think a lot of people who watch my videos, like they already know just how common it is. But like seriously, man, like I just keep meeting them over and over again. Or it'll be some guy who would just be an awful dad. It's not even just so much they're just deadbeat and not there, but then they'll be shitty too. And so I think that there needs to be like more positive men just in the world who are trying to help you out. Like I know I'm a snarky, sarcastic bastard, okay, and I know I make really bad accents, but at the end of the day, the reason why I make these videos is because, I don't know, man, I think the world needs hope, and the world needs more positive, strong men, you know, who's gonna try to help people out. You know, one thing I was just thinking about, well, that like just kind of really made me want to keep producing content and just kind of showed me like the need for it, is there's this young man I met named Travis. There's lots of stories I can tell that I think about it. This young man named Travis, and the thing about Travis is he's a middle schooler, and for some reason, no matter where I went, Travis always managed to find his way into my classroom, right? Travis would either skip into my class, or one of the teachers would send Travis out so he would be in my classroom. I don't know how Travis always found me, no matter what. And so one day after school, I sat Travis down. I started talking to him. I was like, look, Travis, man, like, why do people keep sending you out of their classrooms? And he said, because I play too much. I'm like, why, Travis? Like, why can't you, like, channel that energy into something, like, productive and try to, like, help people out? Why can't you, like, be funny with the purpose and, like, do something with it? You know, and I don't really remember what he said. There's lots of things I don't really remember. I don't even remember how he got to this point in the conversation, but I'll never forget it. And he says to me, he says, has your dad ever told you that he didn't want you, you know, and how you're not his child? I was like, no, honestly, no. It's just never happened to me. And he's like, yeah. So basically, his point was like, how can you understand where I'm coming from if you never experienced it yourself, man? And you know, and just hearing that, man, you know, it's just so messed up. Like, how can you say that to a child? You know, how? Like, what is wrong with you, man? Like as a man, as a father, how could you do that to your son? You know what I mean? And I think, like, the opportunity to have children is something that I think will elude me. I'll just be real with you guys. I don't think I'll ever be able to, like have children, like have a wife or any woman that wants to be with me, like, in general. You know, and so to see someone squander that opportunity, selfishly, just drives me fucking insane. But more than that, what drives me insane even more is how could you hurt someone in such a way or say something like that to somebody? You know, and that's kind of what I mean. You know, like, how, like, why do we have such bitch ass, like genuine bitch ass niggas who are able to have children and then just squander that opportunity and hurt them in such a manner? But then, see, that goes on to, guess what? Like, the mothers, because his mom picked that guy for whatever reason. That's the guy she wanted. And that leads me to another story that I had that just once again reinforces why I feel a need to make these videos. There's another young lady I met. Her name was Haley. And what happened with Haley was I was substituting for this class for like the whole week, right? So she had this class on Tuesday, but she wasn't there. And the reason why I know she wasn't there was because she wasn't there. I don't really know why I feel the need to explain that. But so that was Tuesday. Thursday, she came in, right? And so just process elimination. I was like, oh, I didn't see you the other day. Hey, how come you weren't here? So I was just trying to make conversation, you know, just because I was bored. And she was like, you know, because something happened. And I was like, what, you missed the bus? Like, in my mind, I just thought it was just going to be something silly, like she missed the bus or something. But she's like, no, my mom didn't let me go to school. So I'm like, nigga, like, what? I was like, who does that? Who tells their kid, who does something so bad that their parents are like, nah, nigga, you not going to school today. You staying home. People don't bar you from coming to school, nigga. They suspend you from school. They keep you from coming. What? They say don't come to school. And they like. So I'm sitting here like, what did you do? Like, what did you do to where your mom got so mad that she said you can't come to school? And so then finally she was like, yeah, I had a pregnancy scare, and then my mom found out about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. That makes sense. And so I was talking to her about it. She's telling me that the guy that could have been the father of her potential child, she wasn't pregnant, by the way, but the guy that could have been the father of a kid was just some jerk off, man, that she worked with. And not only just that, but like some guy that already had a girlfriend. So he cheated on his girlfriend with her. And I'm like, that could have been the man. It could have been the father of your kids. That's the guy you wanted. No honor, no consistency, can't stay in his own relationship, and goes and bees with you. That's who you chose. And the reason why she chose that man was because, I mean, she couldn't even articulate why, but I mean, I knew why. I mean, if you watch my videos, I know why, you know. And so I spent that time just trying to, you know, educate her and teach her why she made those decisions. But, you know, again, what I saw in that young lady was just a potential Travis. Just another guy who just had sex, didn't care about the consequences. And now we have another young man whose father didn't want him. And so now he becomes a nuisance in my classroom who frustrates me because now I gotta deal with him. No, I'm kidding. Okay, well, I'm not joking. Like these kids can be very frustrating, but like that's not really why this is a problem. Like there's lots of reasons why this is a problem. But seeing this on both sides, seeing the young man who didn't have his father, and seeing the young girl getting into a situation where she could have been pregnant and just recreate that situation, just confirms like why we need strong, positive men in our lives in general. And society has spent such a long time beating men down. This is why you'll notice that I don't make very many videos where I criticize the behaviors of men. And the reason why is because I don't feel like I need to. I feel like we spent way too much time telling men how worthless they are, that now we need to start training them and helping them realize just how important they are to society. Not just in terms of just their manual labor and just, just manually being electricians and fire and police officers, because we need that. But teaching them that your legacy is your child. And your child gains their legacy and identity from who you are. They know who they can be from you. And if you're not there, they don't know who they can be. They never learn how they could be, the best person they could be like, because they don't have that. That's what your father gives you. Your father gives you his legacy, his identity. That's where you get it from. And if you don't have it, how do you know what you're supposed to be? That is how important men are, and there's just not enough people trying to explain and trying to help younger men get that. There's so many people. That was so wrong. There's so many people. I don't know why I said so much. Whatever. People who are just going to beat men down into the ground long before they build them up. And that's why you'll find me spending more time, whenever I talk about incels, you'll find me more trying to empathize with them and trying to build them up, more so than beat them down, because that's just not going to help them. They've already had enough of that. That's how they became the incels to begin with. And that's why you'll find in my videos I'm a lot more positive in trying to help men grow up. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of bitch-ass niggas in the world. There's a lot of men there's a lot of things I could say about the current state of men in our society and just the amount of bullshit that we get. Like, there really is. But I don't find that it'll be conducive, and I don't find that that's what we really need when it comes to young men. Now, you'll find when it comes to young women, I'm a lot harsher. And you might think that that's because I don't like women. You might think that it's because I'm bitter and I hate them and I'm a misogynist. But the truth of the matter is, and I'm going to lose a lot of credit on the internet, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really fucking like women. Like, I like talking to women. Like, genuinely. I like looking at women. I like being around women. I just like it when women smile at me. I just really like women. I can't escape it. I like women. Sorry, I guess. But I mean, like, there's just not enough people telling them that their shitty behavior is not conducive for society. People are more ready to defend the dumb shit women do long before they say, listen, lady, your ability to have children and be a mother is a tour de force in life. And you gotta realize that literally your ability to mate select is guiding how society is going to be. There's not enough people saying that. There's not enough people saying, ladies, you need, like, picking people to have sex with should never be a simple decision to make. It just should not be, because that is going to be the men who father our society, and it's just going to break it down. But at the same time, it's like, well, who the fuck is there to teach them that? Why? Because their mothers didn't have a dad, or their dad was a terrible person, so who's going to be there to help them? And these girls, they just want attention. A lot of the time, these girls who are just going around having sex, sending these different videos out, they just want to have some man tell them that they're worth it. Because the man that should have told them that was never there, their father and their dad. But at the same time, it's like, there's just way too many people defending the dumb shit that they do. Like, for a woman to get to a point where she's whoring herself on the internet, like, she's not a happy person. Like, that's not what she wanted her life to be like. But people are just, they're so horny, or they just don't care, and they're so apathetic, that they'll defend a woman's right to do, I mean, sure, it's a right, like, sure, they can do it, but they never really address if they should, and why it's a bad thing, and why we should try to help these women become better. And so that's why I'm here, man. That's why I'm here to say. This is why I take such a harsh stance on thoughts. It's not even just, I do think that they're just they are very destructive for society, but for so many reasons. They're also destructive for themselves too. It's not just that, I want to help defend men from them, but they need to be protected from themselves, man. And when it all comes down to it, man, the reason why I make these videos is because I want to help people, like, grow and be better, because that's what we need, man. We need positive people to try to help them out. My intentions when I'm harshly criticizing women's bullshit is mostly to get them to like reevaluate it and think critically about it and become better. And I feel like I need to be really harsh to push through that, because there's just so many barriers of people defending. There's just so many layers of people just saying, no, it's fine. No, you strong. You good. You don't need. There's just so much bullshit trying to bolster women up, but not enough to really dig deep and really get them to evaluate and like really train themselves to become better. So many women are just complacent existing rather than trying to become a force that's healthy for society. Being a mother is very important, man. And it's not even the only thing you have to do in your life, but it is an important thing that a lot of weight is not placed on. Like being a mom, you are your kid's frame of reference of how to be a woman. And if you have a son, you're his frame of reference of like how to relate to women and how to talk to them, and like women he should date and be with. And that is powerful. And a lot of women take that for granted. And in the same way, a lot of men take the force that they have of being a father for granted as well, man. Like, society is built up on a macro level of multiple people working together, but it's made up of individuals. And if the individuals are all constantly being broken down and never having help, it's just going to spill out and turn into society, man. It all takes place at an individual level, and we all got to help each other be better. And that's why I make these videos. I don't feel like there's enough people really trying to put gravitas on relationships. A lot of people don't even know why to be in relationships or how to be in relationships. A lot of people don't know how to function in them because they never had a frame of reference, and they never had someone to teach them the life skills of why should I be with this person? How do I be with this person? How do I fix these problems in my life? There's no one to teach them that, because they didn't have a dad, or they didn't have a mom. They didn't have someone to affirm their identity and teach them wrong for right and how to be. And so at the end of the day, once again, that's why I make these videos. And this is why I try my best to help build young men up, even though there's a lot of weak bitch-ass niggas in the world. I think now is the time we build these men up and help them be better. And I think that we need to get past the bullshit of always trying to defend young ladies so they can honestly see why they are important in society. It's not just about, hey, look at my titties, look at my ass. It's about, like, I have this force to bring life into the earth, man. Like, I can do that. That's just not something men can do. They need me, and I need to, have some weight to that. Because even if it's the only thing you can call to be an important thing about a woman, it is so strong and so powerful. And too many women disrespect themselves without ever considering it. Too many men disrespect themselves without ever considering what it means to give my legacy to my kid. And your legacy could be as simple as, I'm an accountant. You're an accountant that helps people. Even just being that, it's not the most extravagant job, but it's still something that's giving back and being productive to society. I'm a construction worker. Even giving that legacy is more than just some guy that's not even there. It's still a lot more. And that's what young men need to learn, and that's what young ladies need to learn as well. And that, my friends, is why I make these YouTube videos. So, with that being said, man, I assume you guys got something out of today's video, and if you did, man, go ahead and click the like button. And shoot, go and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below, and as always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.